Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Danny De La Cruz, and this is a common rule. I'm still here. I'm still coming back, chugging along. I'm gonna keep doing this until I don't know when ebbs. It seems it's fun talking to myself for a little while and then putting that out on the internet. Well, first of all, my knee-jerk reaction here is to try and apologize for the previous episode, getting all old man and ranty. But fuck that. I'm not going to. It needed to be said. I think I definitely needed to get it off my chest. It's just people. There's a couple of you that's probably, assuming there's a couple of you listening, and maybe one of you aren't listening anymore, to where you were that person that was talking about. And, hopefully you go on to bigger and better things. Hopefully this episode, though, has got a little bit more value to it as far as helping people out with the creative process and being a happier tone. What I want to talk about this time is about writer's block, creative block, those moments where we just can't seem to create anything, or we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, and we just get into this creative funk that I'm sure we've all gone through. And what I wanted to talk about as far as that goes is sometimes we get inspiration from the weirdest places in all walks of life that have nothing to do with art or creating, or quite the opposite, actually. We can be at a bar and some drunk fuck throws out the most craziest statement that makes sense, or we could be watching a basketball game and listening to these commentators. I was watching this basketball games, this contest of the baskets. Oh shit, man, this is a while ago. I haven't watched sports in I don't know how long. What year is it? This is November in the year of our Lord, 2018. This was back when the Lakers were actually good. So you do the math. The one of the players that particular day was having a terrible night. He just could not get the ball to go in, and this guy was normally a great shooter, and it was some crazy stat. And for exaggeration purposes, let's just say he was just 1 for 30 at halftime. And the halftime commentators were just having a field day about, hey, what are you going to do? This guy's the best player on the field, or on the boards, or on the in the wherever it is they play the baskets, in the gym. This guy's the best player on the boards, dude, on the floor, and he's 1 for 30. What are you going to do? Bench him, feed him the ball less, have him pass all day, change your offense? And one of the commentators just said something that just stuck with me. He's all, you know what you do when your best shooter goes 1 for 30? You make sure he goes 1 for 60. I'm like, wow. And while that obviously can be applied to basketball, and it could be applied to a lot of things in life as far as not giving up and keep going forward, I decided to apply that philosophy to myself and my creative workflow when I'm stuck, when I have writer's block, when I am unable to come up with something new. I will keep shooting. If I'm just using my camera phone, or if I'm bringing out the big 4x5 and just shooting something that is mundane, or just driving around, which I hate doing, driving around looking for something to shoot. But I will keep shooting. I find that taking a break for me is dangerous. It's like coming back from a hangover. It takes me longer to get more creative, or to get creative again, if I take breaks, which seems to be the most common piece of advice people tell you. Oh, you know what? Just take a break. Don't pick up the camera. Don't do anything. Fucking take up knitting, make a quilt, do something that takes your mind off of your craft. And I found that if I did that, it took me a lot longer to get back into the creative flow. If I keep chugging along, if I keep shooting, if I keep doing something with my photography all the time, it just seems to get me right back on track to coming up with another project that I'm excited about. Even if I'm just shooting something mundane and then just have a random conversation with somebody about something that's ridiculous, and then we end up collaborating. I didn't put my gear down. I don't have to reassess my whole creative mind to pick up the camera. All right, let's just see how this works. Do I remember how to use this or anything like that? And I think that can apply to just about anyone's universal creative process, or anyone's it can be applied universally to anybody's creative output. If you're the kind of person that takes breaks, try not taking a break. Try just creating the dumbest things and keep chugging along and see if you can't get back on track a lot faster. I can't guarantee that this is going to work for everyone. We are different. We all do different things. But for me, this is what has worked creatively. Well, I think that's it. Short and sweet. I hope that this was definitely more valuable to you, and keep your eyes out. If you're in a rut, maybe watch basketball or something. I don't know. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day and enjoy your youth. See ya.